One of the most effective ways to cut costs and boost profits in a crisis is to identify and eliminate unnecessary expenses in your business. In this section, I will share with you some tips on how to do that. First, you need to review your income statement and categorize your expenses into fixed and variable. Fixed expenses are those that do not change with your sales volume, such as rent, utilities, salaries, insurance, etc. Variable expenses are those that vary with your sales volume, such as raw materials, packaging, shipping, commissions, etc. Next, you need to analyze each expense category and ask yourself these questions. Is this expense essential for my business? Can I reduce this expense without affecting the quality of my product or service? Can I negotiate a better deal with my suppliers or vendors? Can I switch to a cheaper alternative or substitute? Can I automate or outsource this process to save time and money? By answering these questions, you will be able to identify the unnecessary expenses that are draining your cash flow and hurting your profitability. You can then eliminate them or minimize them as much as possible. For example, you can cancel or downgrade the subscriptions or memberships that you don't use or need. You can consolidate your loans or debts and lower your interest rates. You can optimize your inventory and avoid overstocking or understocking. You can reduce your energy consumption and adopt green practices. You can streamline your operations and eliminate waste and inefficiencies. By identifying and eliminating unnecessary expenses in your business, you will be able to free up more cash and resources that you can use to invest in your growth and innovation. You will also be able to improve your profit margin and increase your bottom line. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you earn. So start cutting costs today and boost your profits in a crisis. One of the most effective ways to cut costs and boost profits in a crisis is to negotiate better deals with your suppliers and customers. In this section, I will share some tips on how to do that. First, you need to understand your value proposition and your competitive advantage. What makes your products or services unique and desirable? How can you communicate that to your suppliers and customers? How can you demonstrate that you are a reliable and trustworthy partner? Second, you need to research your market and your competitors. What are the current prices, terms, and conditions for similar products or services? How are they affected by the crisis? What are the pain points and needs of your suppliers and customers? How can you offer them solutions or benefits that they cannot get elsewhere? Third, you need to prepare your negotiation strategy and tactics. What are your goals and priorities? What are your best alternatives and walkaway points? What are your concessions and trade-offs? How can you create value for both parties and achieve a win-win outcome? Fourth, you need to execute your negotiation plan with confidence and professionalism. How can you build rapport and trust with your suppliers and customers? How can you ask open-ended questions and listen actively to their concerns and interests? How can you use persuasive language and evidence to support your arguments? How can you handle objections and counteroffers? How can you close the deal and confirm the agreement? By following these tips, you can negotiate better deals with your suppliers and customers that will help you cut costs and boost profits in a crisis. Remember, negotiation is a skill that can be learned and improved with practice. So don't be afraid to try new techniques and learn from your experiences. One of the best ways to cut costs and boost profits in a crisis is to diversify your income streams and find new opportunities in the market. This means that you don't rely on just one source of revenue, but explore different ways to generate income from your existing or new customers. For example, if you are a distributor of office supplies, you can diversify your income streams by offering complementary products or services, such as printing, scanning, shredding, or delivery. You can also find new opportunities in the market by targeting different segments or niches, such as home offices, schools, or nonprofits. By doing this, you can increase your customer base, reduce your dependence on a single product or service, and create more value for your customers. To diversify your income streams and find new opportunities in the market, you need to do some research and analysis. You need to identify what your customers need and want, what problems they have, and what solutions you can provide. You also need to evaluate your competitors and see what they are offering and how you can differentiate yourself. You can use tools like surveys, interviews, focus groups, or online platforms to gather feedback and insights from your customers and prospects. Once you have a clear idea of what your customers need and want, you can start developing new products or services that meet their needs and wants. You can also look for ways to improve or innovate your existing products or services to make them more attractive or valuable. You can test your new products or services with a small group of customers or prospects before launching them to the wider market. You can also use marketing strategies like discounts, promotions, referrals, or loyalty programs to attract and retain customers. By diversifying your income streams and finding new opportunities in the market, you can cut costs and boost profits in a crisis. You can reduce the risk of losing revenue if one product or service fails or becomes obsolete. You can also increase your revenue by offering more value and variety to your customers. You can also gain a competitive edge by being more responsive and adaptable to the changing needs and preferences of the market.